6'6", number 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Hello guys, this is the OG and we will be talking about SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or known as SGA by basketball fans, the newly crowned NBA season MVP, is absolutely brilliant in the 2025 Western Conference Finals. Watching him felt like witnessing a star fully arrive. He didn't just put up numbers, he owned the moment. Every possession felt deliberate, like he was seeing the game 2 steps ahead of everyone else. His mid-range game was basically automatic, and his ability to change pace and freeze defenders was unreal. There were times he looked unguardable, not because of flashy handles or crazy dunks, but because of how smooth and under control he played. What stood out most was his poise. No matter how tight the game got, Shai never looked rattled. He made the right reads, trusted his teammates, and knew when to take over. Defensively, he was locked in too, using his length and anticipation to cause problems without overextending. It was the kind of performance that make you realize he's not just an all-star anymore. He's one of the best players in the league, period. He didn't just help the Thunder compete, he led them. And in doing so, he looked like someone who could carry a franchise deep into the playoffs for years to come. A true breakout on the biggest stage. It might sound like a stretch at first, but the more you watch SGA, the more you start to see flashes of the late great Kobe Bryant in his game. It's not a carbon copy. Shai isn't trying to be Kobe, but there's definitely some shared DNA in how they approach the game. First off, the footwork. Shai's footwork is nasty. It's precise, patient, and incredibly polished, kind of like a younger Kobe before he fully grew into that cold-blooded assassin role. When SGA gets to his spots in the mid-range, he's already won the battle. He doesn't rush. He just glides into his shots. It reminds me a lot of how Kobe could create space out of nothing with just a pivot or a quick fake. Their mid-range games are another big parallel. In today's NBA, where everything is about threes and layups, both guys stood out by thriving in that old-school, in-between area. Kobe obviously mastered it, but Shai's showing that same appreciation for the mid-range, using timing, angles, and body control instead of just raw speed or strength. Then there's the mental side. SGA doesn't talk much, but he clearly has that internal fire. Kobe was always intense and outward about his work ethic, while SGA keeps things low-key. But people around him all say the same thing. He's constantly working, constantly evolving. That kind of quiet obsession feels very like Kobe to me. The way they controlled the tempo is probably one of my favorite similarities. Neither guy needed to play fast to be effective. Kobe, especially in the latter part of his career, made the game look slow for everyone else. SGA does that now. He's patient, he reads the defense, and then he strikes. It's that calm confidence that really draws the comparison home. Obviously, SGA is still writing his story, and Kobe's legacy is on another level. But it's cool to see how someone like Shai has clearly studied Kobe, not just mimicking him, but adapting what worked and blending it into his own style. It's not about saying SGA is the next Kobe, but if you're a fan of skill, craft, and smooth basketball, the comparisons make a lot of sense. In the 90s, we have the GOAT Michael Jordan. Sorry, LeBron fans. Then there was Kobe, who emulated the same exact moves of Jordan. And now we have SGA, who also has somehow emulated the same moves of Kobe. The GOAT legacy lives on, and it is fun to watch the mid-range game come back in an era where the three-point shot dominated for quite a long time. So what are your thoughts on SGA? Is he the new face of NBA moving forward? Are the Kobe comparisons justified? Leave a comment below, and if you haven't yet, post up and swish your smooth fadeaway jumper on that subscribe button for more NBA content. This is the OG, and I'll see you in the next video.